Hello, hello. Welcome to our neck of the woods. I'm a bit of a mess today. Jeff and Raina are en route to the butcher shop for you guys. I don't know how long it'll be before they get there. It usually doesn't take that long, but I think he wanted to stop somewhere on the way. So they're going to pop in here and live stream with us, and I'm going to probably turn it over to them once they get there. Yeah, something. I'm off today. My hips and my back are hurting me in the worst kind of way. So, I may play the video again from time to time just to get up and stretch and move about, because that's helping a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about today? I just got Raina's homeschooling papers printed off. I should have had done 2 weeks ago. Thankfully, we have a very understanding school board in this area. So usually I send in my paperwork and my apologies, and they approve it and send it back. So I don't really worry about it too much. Like I said, we have a very understanding school board in this area. I see a couple more people jumping on now. About to make myself one of those inflammatory drinks today. This weather's just got me achy. I didn't sleep well last night, and yeah, my legs, my back, and my hips are really acting up. But I have arthritis in them pretty good, and I have had for about 20 years now, maybe a little bit longer. I was diagnosed 20 years ago. How about that? Good morning, Nathan, and anybody else out there sitting in the background. Good morning. Yeah, so I'm just going to take it easy on myself today. I got a lot of things to do, but I know if I overextend it, I won't sleep for the next several nights, so I'm going to try not to do that. Let's see. I don't know if any of you guys are interested in, I think most of you have children out of the house already, but I'll go ahead and read out. This is it's just a plug and play form that I got off the internet. You see, I white out their stuff and put in my stuff. And this is for the unschooling, and that's what we do. We try to let her pick a lot of her own curriculum. Like, I don't assign subjects for her to write on. I let her pick her subjects because I feel like she learns better that way. And the more interested that she is in a subject, the more she's going to write about it. So that's how we do it. And she covers all kinds of things. She's really interested in snakes and spiders. She's been watching this Snake Discovery channel. They have a little snake habitat set up in a barn so kids can come in and explore. And the woman knows her stuff. She does a lot of stuff. Oh, right on, Phyllis. Yes, dehydrating those onions. Hey, Hobbit. So I'm going to read this out to you just to get something going here and started, so we're not lagging behind here. But it's basically, dear superintendent, and then you put their name, and then this letter is to notify you that I am planning to home educate my children in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, and it lists the codes, the administrative codes, and the school year, which I need to change. I want to provide them with a Christ-centered and child-centered education. I'm a high school graduate. I will provide a minimum of 900 hours of education in the following topics: language, reading, spelling, and writing, geography, history, and government, mathematics, science, health, physical education, and fine arts, including music, and first aid safety and fire prevention. Um, Intended curriculum, such list is for informational purposes only. My children and I will follow a student-directed curriculum with one learning opportunity naturally leading to the next through a wide variety of traditional and non-traditional learning experiences. Now, what we do is we use the library. Of course, you guys know I'm a big thrift store book buyer. So we buy a bunch of books. Those usually end up being her reading curriculum for the year, and then um, we do internet. We do a couple internet things with her, so she's learning online as well. So she's familiar with the platforms and the different things. Um, and then this year, we're going to allow her to start a gaming channel, which you will not see her on, but you will see her gaming and her worlds that she's created and things like that. And we're doing that. We're doing that for her for the reason that it's going to improve her ability to speak publicly, right? It's going to improve her ability to explain things so that anyone can understand them, because I feel like that's a vital skill that a lot of people don't have. And I want her to have that skill where she can explain technical terms in layman's terms for those that don't understand and can direct people. So this is her learning how to give directions and then therefore follow directions as well. And the other thing is it just shows her creativity off. It shows her knowledge base, and we feel like it'll be good for her. And she's got a lot of friends. Hi, artists. Hi, Maria. Hi, Kathy. She's got a lot of friends on her Xbox, but they're all starting to play what they call GTA, Grand Theft Auto, and we will not allow her to play that. I don't feel that any child should be playing that game, and that's how I feel. That's my personal opinion. You are not going to convince me otherwise. That game is detrimental to the mental health of our children, and I don't believe it should be that parents should be allowing their children to play that game. And I know it's been out for years. Still don't care. She still doesn't get to play it. And she understands that. We do a pretty good job talking to her about those things, and she's really understanding of why she's not allowed to watch some of the things the other kids watch, and why she's not allowed to play games that these other kids are playing. Hey, work in progress. Oh, Jeff is on his way. Jeff and Raina are on their way to the butcher for you guys. I couldn't do it today, you guys. I'm very sorry. I am very sorry. I apologize, but I am just not feeling well, and the thought of riding in the car is the sound of torture to me right now. So, that being said, so yeah, I mean, she's really good about that. We've always talked to her about our reasons behind why she's not allowed to watch some of the same cartoons that the other kids watch, or play some of the games that the other kids play. And she's very understanding of it. She's never. We've always had open dialogue on those things, like for her whole life. And we've always been very frank with her about those things. So she's never tried to go behind our backs and do this or that or the other. And she's really she's a great kid. She's a blessing. I really love my daughter. I know you guys know that. But I mean, when you can be honest with your children about certain things instead of just putting out there because I said so, she knows that if we were to ever say, give like a 2-word command, like be quiet or shut up, that it's serious and you should do just that. And there's a reason for it. Yeah, I hope I feel better soon too, you guys. It's this weather. I think we've got a lot of high winds today. I'm not sure if we're going to get more storms. We might. Oh, my anti-inflammatory drink. Okay, so we watch Off Grid with Doug and Stacy a lot. We are just loyal fans of theirs. Love them. Um, and Stacy makes this anti-inflammatory drink, and it's hot water, turmeric, black pepper, um, a little bit of coconut oil. Help me out, guys. I know I've given you guys the recipe before. Um, and I usually put some molasses in it. And thank you, artist. Yeah, exactly, Betty. And you have to be. Man, they're doing some stuff in this world that I tell you what, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. We let her watch Scooby Doo. She loves Scooby Doo, and she always has since she was wee little. And it's never frightened her. She's always tried to solve the mystery first and unmask the villain first. And she likes the older Scooby Doo. She likes like the 1969 and 1970s versions of Scooby Doo. And the girl has a DVD collection of Scooby Doo movies it would take up our entire little entertainment system that we don't really use because we don't really watch TV around here a lot. But she does have her DVDs and her movies that she likes, and we're really picky about those. And actually, we found a lot of like I don't know what you call them, like um, off-made movies. They're not Disney. They're not, but they're really good little cartoon movies that teach the value of friendship and the value of building each other up and things like that. And they're not exactly because some of those ones that they put out there as religious cartoons for kids aren't. Some of them aren't good either. You have to really be careful with what you. Yeah, exactly. It's called programming for a reason, right? Working. Um, it is sick. And then I got an email this morning from Connecting Consciousness. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with that group. And they're literally trying to do the CRT in Ohio schools. It it sickens me. It sickens me. Where are the teachers we grew up with that stood for the kids in their classrooms? Where are those teachers at? Why is this new generation of teachers? Um, why are they doing this? What is it? Is it really the pay? I mean, I thought teachers got into teaching because they cared about our children. I thought nurses got into nursing because they cared about people. And I know that's not across the board. I know there are people out there thinking about careers and pensions and retirements and whatnot, but it's so frustrating to me to see these these career areas have lost all their compassion or most of it. And I'm not saying there's not still good teachers out there. I know there are. Um, but when you sacrifice your integrity for your job, you're sacrificing more than anything for you. You're sacrificing it for other people. And when you sacrifice integrity and you work in a service industry that teaches or helps or services people, I kind of almost lump you in with those dark people, because if you're willing to give a little on this, then you're willing to give a lot on something else that might be even more important. And I think it's disgusting. And that's how I feel about it. And you can tell I don't feel good because you're getting the real deal today. Sorry, guys. Um, they are being radically taught in college, but at what point? Okay, at what point did we stop telling our youth and our young adults that you are responsible for your decisions, that things in your past that happened to you cannot define you, that you are responsible as an adult for your own decisions. At what point did we stop telling our young adults that? At what point did we stop telling our children that? And it really, really ticks me off. Um, you know, I didn't get to raise my boys. My boys were raised by their father, and I had to regrow my relationship with them. And someday you guys will get that. Someday I'll give you that history. I'm not going to go into it today, but so when I got to meet my sons again, they were teenagers, and they had just found out that I had not died. In fact, that I was still alive and still loved them. And it was rough. It was really rough. And I told my boys, I told both of them, I said, "You're young men. You're not children anymore. You're young men. And if you ask me a question, be sure you want the truth. Be sure you want the full answer and not something that you think that your dad told you, right? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give it to you straight." One son never asked me any questions after that. And he hasn't even tried to reach out and talk to me in 2 years. And I've reached out a couple times, and he doesn't want me in his life, and that's okay. That's his choice. I'll still be here later if he decides to change his mind. And my other son, he asked a lot of questions, and then he got really screwed up because he got the truthful answers from me. And I don't think he was used to getting real, honest, nitty gritty answers. But I am, Betty. You're right. Listen, my little niece is going into second or third grade. Last year or the year before, I think it was the year before that, her dad had to sign a paper for her for sex education. And I looked at him and I said, "What, are you crazy? You really think that a 7-year-old needs to learn about that stuff?" He said, "Oh, no, it's just about stranger danger and private parts and stuff." And I said, "So you've called the teacher and you've asked her what the curriculum for that meeting is, for that teaching is?" "Oh, no, no." But they just said they sent home a note to the parents that just said that that's what it was. Well, now that little girl talks about crap that little girl should not be talking about. And I get heated over it because she is my daughter's best friend or cousin, that she plays with. And yeah, I've been talking to him since his daughter was growing in her mother's womb about this stuff. Some people don't want to hear it until it's too late, and that's the sad reality of how we live, the world we live in today. Um, I want to say it's okay. It's okay that they don't wake up, but it's not okay. Our children are getting hurt. When does this end? How can we save children from parents that are oblivious? I mean, they're freaking oblivious. And my brother-in-law is not oblivious. I'll tell you that. He's a smart, intelligent fellow. He's awake to a lot of the things that are going on. But just like the rest of us, he's going through some of that cognitive dissonance too, where the weight of it just gets to be too much to bear and you have to pull back from it. It is. It's very sad. Oh, thank you, Sue. Love you too. Yeah, kids need to be kids. Exactly. Kids need to be kids. There's so many things that kids do not need to know. There are so many things that are just not okay that they're doing in our world today. And the teachers that are teaching this shit to our kids at that young of an age know better. They know better. I'm tired of hearing I was just following orders. That's bullshit. If you are an adult, you are responsible for the decisions that you make every day. And if that job was that damn important to you, I'm sorry you don't have anything more meaningful in your life. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. because I don't know what else to do for you. But if you keep hurting kids, you deserve anything you get on the back end of it. And I'm sorry, that's how I feel. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, I will, artist. I think it's just this weather. It's just got my body aching. Um, Maria, Maria, I would invite doing like a Zoom call meeting teaching if you would like to do some of that. I need help with Raina in some areas. She understands things in a different way, and I'm not always the one that can get that across to her. I would welcome that, and I think a lot of homeschooling parents would if we had a teacher we could talk to or let our kids talk to that we trusted. Um, if anybody out there is interested in doing that, right? There's no reason, Betty. There is absolutely no reason. Um, I think eliminating the public school system would be a great thing because here's the thing. Here's what people don't understand. They keep saying how they're reliant on the public school system. What are they going to do with their kids during the day? They both work, blah, blah, blah. Stop. Just stop, right? Stop and think. If you had a parent at home, how much better the future for that kid is going to be. If you had at least one parent at home, you, not you guys, because I know you guys are all good, right? But these people out here, um, these people out here that think they need things instead of providing good examples for their children, right? I don't have much in this life, and I'm okay with that because I got a lot of love. I got a lot of love. I got the best family in the world. My daughter loves me unconditionally. My husband loves me unconditionally. Even through the bad times, these two love me. And that to me is the most important part of my life. I'll go without shit because it don't mean not having things doesn't mean anything. Give me a second, guys. Oh, Nathan, I'm really interested in that. A permanent summer camp, keep them rotating year round. See, we homeschool year round. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional with you guys. I shouldn't even start talking about this today. Um, it gets under my skin, because I could go down to that school board and I could bitch and complain and do all that. But until the parents start being responsible for what their children are learning, we're not going to solve this problem. No amount of school board talk, no amount of superintendent talks, no amount of governors or representative talks is going to fix this until the parents stand up and say, damn, I screwed up. You remember back in the old days, you guys, when a small town, and I'm talking like frontier days, a small town would hire a teacher. And that teacher would teach all the children that the parents, that got sent to her. And they provided a house for her and an area for her to garden or him, depending on, where they were. And they made a wage. There were no taxes involved in that. It was a teacher who cared about educating children, coming in and educating children for a fair wage and a place to live and the ability to grow their own food. And yeah, but they're not doing it everywhere, Maria, and I don't know how to wake them up. Listen, you can't. We're so beyond even. I'm so glad people are waking up to the CRT thing, okay? But let's face it, indoctrination has been in schools since most of us were in school. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on today. I'm emotional and I'm in pain, and it's probably part of it too. Um, just kills me what they're doing to our kids, you know? And it's not just one thing. Give me a second, guys. Oh, hey, Liz. Thank you. We love you guys too. You know, you guys, we love you guys. Hey, Ship. And what else did I say? I said something else. I'm having a rough day, guys. Oh yeah, the Schumann resonance is spiked over 600%, and you know, the center of it's in Alberta, right? The center of the spike is in Alberta, Canada. What does that mean? Um, ooh, the implications, right? I had a guy reach out to me, um, wondering if I was interested in a conversation about flat Earth theory. Um, are you guys interested in us trying to have a conversation with this fella or not? Um, I like to have conversations. You guys know that about me. Um, and I'm not afraid to talk about things that I'm uncomfortable with either. Um, but we will be praying for Rage. Uh, absolutely. I know he's been having a rough time of it. Um, thank you guys for being patient with me and letting me reload here. We are shockingly loving. Yeah, and so our Canadians really are really great people. Some of my favorite people are Canadian. You know who you are. Um, Really? Okay. Well, I'm just putting it out there because somebody reached out and wanted to know if we wanted to have a conversation on that. And I'm intrigued by what makes people think that that might be the case. And I would love to have somebody try to convince me. I don't know that they would succeed, but I would love to have somebody try to convince me. Um, Gosh, I hope so, Maria. I hope you're right, honey. I really do. Some days I feel lost. Um, like with Raina, I mean, this past year, it was, it was a rough year. Uh, Everybody's opinion matters, Phyllis. Just because you just got here today doesn't mean your opinion doesn't matter. um, we welcome you. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just an emotional wreck today. Um, I hope he gets to the butcher soon. That's right, Ship. Tell her. Everybody's opinion matters here. This is a platform for you guys. Matter of fact, anybody that wants to come up and join me, we can change the conversation if you want, because I would probably be more than happy to do that. You can deep if you had one from each. You know, who wants to be my person from the planetary side? Who wants to be my person to debunk the flat Earth guy, but respectfully, if that's what you want to do? It didn't convince you. That's right, Liz. Oh, I love you guys so much. Uh, just you being here helps me, and I appreciate you. And if you ever think somebody doesn't appreciate you, you are appreciated very much. Um, Betty, we will keep him in our prayers, you guys. Betty's friend is very sick, and we need to put him on our prayers. I don't have a prayer list going. Yeah, Ship. I'm holding the fort until Jeff and Raina hit the butcher shop, and then I'm turning it over to them. Oh, Maria, bless your heart. I love you, lady. I love you so much. Hi, welcome to the show.
Oh, hi, Heather. How are you?
I've been better.
I
How are you
just want
feeling
you to
today?
know. Oh, I'm crying right along with you. I'm
Hold
crying right along with you.
Give me 1 second. I can't hear you. I got to hook up the speaker. I forgot to hook up the speaker. See, my husband usually lovingly deals with all of this stuff before the show, and he didn't deal with it before he left, and I forgot. Give
Can
me
you
one
hear
moment.
me? Okay.
I can't. I can hear you now. I'm
Oh, hi,
sorry.
Heather.
So welcome, welcome.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just you're so quiet. Let me see if I can raise your
Can you
mic
hear me?
settings. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
How's that? Is that try one more time there for me? Hey,
Hello?
Dan. All right, that's better.
Heather, I just want you to know that your daughter is blessed to have you as a mom. And I want you to know that you're affecting a change in the world just by having her home with you and having a loving environment where she can learn without pressure, without any prejudice formed against her. And she, in turn, will affect a change in the world. Just know that you are doing the right thing. I was a teacher for many years. The last year nearly killed me. I got very sick over it. I had to retire early. I struggle financially, but your daughter Raina is blessed to have you. The school system is just incredible. I don't know if you saw in the chat, the last year I had the most horrible principal. She wouldn't allow me to call the children boys and girls
Oh,
because
that's terrible.
she said they may not identify as that gender. I'm older. I didn't know what in the world she was talking about. This is going back. Be retired a year ago before all this nonsense came out, but it must have been in the works. I don't know. I retired before right after COVID hit because it just was awful. But anyway, she wouldn't allow coloring, music, no arts. It was like because our school was so low functioning, we did
Oh
terrible
yeah.
in grades. So she said, "Oh, enough of that. No gym, no this, no that." But I just want you to know that your daughter will learn no matter. And if she decides to read and she's reading about what interests her, she will excel. Please don't put so much pressure on yourself. But I would be thrilled to help her. If you could just provide me with what, email or me or whatever she's reading, or I can even get it from the library, and I can make vocabulary sheets for her. I can make comprehension questions. Whatever you need,
Oh,
I'm willing to
I would
do.
love your help. I can't offer
Oh,
you
please.
any financial compensation right now, but I would love your help.
Oh no, 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 no. Are you kidding me? I miss teaching so much. I was crying along with you. When I know one time I missed a live stream because I wanted to be with you. I went to be a volunteer in the uh the library for tutoring, but now with the COVID restrictions, they don't want any children doing anything with you, even with a plexiglass in front of them.
I
They've
know it's
completely eliminated the program. So I feel heartbroken that I would love to help children. I even went to the school and asked to volunteer, but they want me to have the you know what. And if
right.
not, they want me to have the test every week. So I guess I'm done. I
Well,
can't substitute. I can't do anything because I won't take the
Maria,
you know what.
no, you can do a lot, hun. I mean, you can do a lot. I mean, if you still want to, the other day when we were talking about maybe we could get together with some retired teachers, some old school teachers, and like set you guys up with your own Zoom thing or something, and you could do tutoring or even talk to parents about how they can help their kids with homeschooling
Oh,
because a lot of parents are new to it, but a lot of parents are stepping up and pulling their children out of that system, and they
oh,
don't
I'd
know
be
where to
happy to
go.
do that. I'd be happy to
Um,
do that, but no, I wouldn't take any money for it. But the only thing is, they would have to provide me with the curriculum so that I can pre-teach it to myself, and then I could help them. Or if they have a certain reading program that I'm familiar with, I would love to do that. And I would not take any money. I have a little bit of a pension. I manage somehow. I would not take anyone's money, but I just I know it's unfortunate we have to do it. We can't do learning face to face because of the circumstances, but anyone that needs help. I've even we have an app in my neighborhood called Next Door. I put an ad in there, but I don't know if people feel reluctant because they don't know me, or that I want to charge them money. But I would be very happy to help anybody that needs help. I only taught. I have a certification to teach up to eighth grade. I don't know any like algebra, well, unless I remember from school, but I don't know anything beyond that I could actually help with unless I retaught myself. But anybody that is struggling with like a homework assignment, or they just have to, fax it to me. I don't have a fax machine, but they would have to scan it to me. I could look at it and I could give them some feedback. I'd be love to do that. I'm so bored. I have nothing to do all day. But if
well,
if I could help you, please let me
I would,
know. Just send me
yeah, I would
the
love your help.
assignment. Oh yeah,
She
sure. Send me the
she jumped
assignment. I
ahead
could.
and she jumped ahead in math, but she's lacking on her basics. And
Oh,
it's not because we haven't worked with her on it. It's just that when my dad died at the end of last year, I was comatose. I was gone.
I'm sorry.
So
Well,
she missed a
please,
lot
please
because
don't.
mom wasn't capable.
No, 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 no. Please don't do that. You have to understand that the math they teach today, they expect the parents to go over the basics. They don't teach it in school. It is not your fault. If she can learn the basics in a fun way, I have this app that the kids used to love, was called the car wash, and they would do the multiplication, and they would wash the car or squirt the car when they got the answer right. There's so many ways. Please don't beat yourself up. Whatever she's lacking and what you think she's lacking, she's blessed in love, and she's blessed in having an open mind, something that's been taken away from everyone. Please don't feel that that's important, because it's really not. It's really not. The kids learn. Believe me, they learn somehow. I don't know how they do learn, but
They're little
please do not
sponges.
put
They
them.
absorb all
Oh
things.
yeah, but please do not put pressure on yourself.
She's
She
not
can
having
find.
any trouble reading or anything, but like
Oh,
she's
math.
doing she we got her some math games and stuff to help, to keep her into the math and stuff. And she started doing exponents, right?
Wow. Oh
Right.
boy.
But when I do like 3-digit addition and subtraction, she looks at me like I'm stupid. Like, "Mom, what are you
No,
talking about? How do I do that again?"
very, it's
So she's
very, very difficult. 2 and 3 digit multiplication, borrowing.
well,
They don't call. They call it regrouping now. It's all this other not. I had students that were in seventh grade that were on a first grade level, and they were expected to divide 2 digits into 8 digits. Oh, let me tell you something. It was murder. But it's not a big deal. She could pick it up. I could show her strategies, how to do it, how to start from the beginning with place value. It's not a big deal, because if you think about it, everybody uses a calculator. It's just a question of having some basic knowledge. So please don't beat yourself up for that. It's really not worth it, and it's not really worth it for her to feel that she doesn't understand it, because she just
right.
has to
No,
go
I
back a
don't do
little bit.
that to her. Like, I don't do that
Oh, I know that. I
thing to
know
the
that.
kids, where you guilt trip them or you
Oh
you
no,
make
I
them
know
feel
that, but
bad or shamed or
but
anything.
you
I
know,
don't do that with her. I'm just like, well, we're going to have to do some review because
yeah,
we
it's
do a
just a
teacher review
review.
at the end of every year, and she's going to want to see that you have a good grasp of the basics, and that's how I
Yeah.
put it
No,
to her.
well, what grade is she in school? What grade? If she was physically there, what grade would she?
She
What
would
grade level?
be in 4th grade, but she
Oh yeah.
She she reads at like a 5th and 6th grade level. Since she was in like 2nd grade. I mean, the girl loves reading. She's very
Wow.
good at it.
That's a plus. That's a
Um,
plus. Well,
she
yeah.
is really good at that, and she understands a lot of it. She hasn't had any like comprehension problems. Because
That's
but
great.
we talk and we talk out comprehension rather than me making her write it down, because if I try to make her write down the answers to the question, she gets really really frustrated, and
Oh yeah,
some of it,
because that's
I
another
she's
step.
got a wee bit
Yeah.
of dyslexia like her dad, but she comprehends things very well, and like I can give her math problems verbally and she can like boom 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 boom, but put them down on paper, she just freezes up on me, and
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know
don't
how to
worry.
get her comfortable and excited about writing things out. And I've tried everything. It's pulling teeth to get her to write. I make her draw a picture and write a short story a day, and that's
That's
like
the
maybe two
best
or three
way.
sentences, just so I
Yeah.
can
Well,
keep her
yeah.
writing.
Well, she
But
likes art. You're an artist, so I used to tell the kids, okay, let's think about it as we're going to paint the picture. Nobody's walked through that forest you read about. Nobody's seen those trees. Nobody saw the old man hiding behind a rock. Let's draw an outline, and let's think of the colors we saw. Let's think of the sounds we've heard, and because you're an artist, you'd be amazing at that. And we used to draw a frame, and then on the bottom we'd make our outline. We'd choose our crayons, our coloring pencils, and then we'd say, the man, I think he would have a brown hat and a green a green cane. But I used to make them circle all the nouns they wrote: man, dog, tree. And then what we would do is we put an adjective in front of it. But I'd make them draw everything out. What do you think he looked like? I didn't ask for any words. What do you think? Do you think he was tall? Do you think he would hide? Do you think he would cry? And what are the emotions you think you felt? And I always gave them a listing of adjectives, a listing of emotions, a listing of scenery, and they would draw a picture. And if they got to write a few words, oh well. But just by drawing the picture of what they saw or how the character reacted to each other, even with speech bubbles, we love doing speech bubbles where the boy would talk to the girl and say, "Get lost," and the other boy would go, "She's mean," in their own way. I used to love having the kids just draw speech bubbles with the characters. It doesn't have to be a paragraph. And you're so
That's
creative. You could help her paint a picture of what she read. You
yeah,
know,
and
that's all about. That's all it's all about. And she's lucky because she can learn in her own way. Not every kid's a paper and pencil rote learning kid, and she doesn't seem like that. And you can't
no,
really,
she's a
yeah.
great kid. I mean, she's super smart. She really
Oh, I
is.
bet, I
She would
bet.
love to
And
move ahead a grade. But I told her, I said, we're going to spend this year really getting down into the nitty gritty and trying to get your basics lined up so that
yeah,
when you go to say, can I move ahead a grade? Because I don't know as a homeschooling parent if I can do that with her or not. I think
well,
I've got to have
I
a teacher review that and
yeah.
approve it, don't
Yeah,
I?
yeah. The only thing is, I think that what they usually do, I don't know about what the state you live in, but we do that with all the kids. We pre-test them to see what they know, and then we let them know what they have. I used to give them an outline. This is what you know now. This is what you need to know in June. So we're going to do this, this, and this to get you there. It's going to take us a long time, but we're gonna start. This is where you are now, which is amazing. But we want to get you here by the end of the year. It doesn't have to be all the skills, but
Oh,
she
Maria, I
probably,
would so appreciate your help with this. And
oh, it's not a
Raina needs
problem.
a Raina needs the voice of an actual teacher too sometimes. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
great to
They don't
homeschool,
listen
but
to us.
yeah, she respects the teacher that we use locally. At the
Oh,
end of
that's
every year,
nice.
she really loves and respects her, and she listens to every word out of her mouth. I feel like it would be so beneficial to her, and really it's
Oh, I'd
about
love
her.
to
You
meet
know,
with
it's not
her.
about me and my stuff. It's
Yeah.
about her and how can I help her succeed so she knows
Well,
she's succeeding.
yeah. Did the school
Because it's
provide you with did the school provide you with a curriculum, or you had to purchase one?
no, I do my own. We do unschooling, which is so
Right.
that the things
Did
that way she can learn what she's interested in and we can apply
right.
it in different
But
areas.
did they give you a skill set of skills she had to have when she's assessed at the end of the year? No.
No,
Mm.
they never
Do
do
they?
either. We're in Amish country, so there's a lot of Amish schools around here too. And the Amish typically don't go to school past 8th grade, um,
Right.
unless they have specific permissions from their elders to go into a certain career field, and then it switches from schooling to trade. And I
Right.
think we're probably we're probably going to send her to trade school if she chooses that she wants to go when she gets older, but that'll depend on what the schools are looking like.
Right. Well, it seems to me that you're doing the right thing, and I wouldn't really get upset over it because unschooling, she's going to pick it up, and if you, but I think you should devote a little time to some structured activities. Not that I'm telling you what to do, just a little
No,
bit of structure. A little like we're going to do, like snakes. She can measure them. She can compare them. She can, she can,
we,
take measurements if she likes like spiders, you know uh how many species of spiders are there in a particular area versus the entire world, like she can make a
well,
ratio or a fraction.
we do stuff like that.
Yeah,
We
but
do.
she's
We
got a
actually
yeah, yeah,
I
she
keep
has to have a little bit of structure, I would
yeah
think. I mean, that's just my opinion.
we get a workbook. Like I'll buy a workbook or something or a couple workbooks every year, and that's what we keep as our structured
Oh, good,
um,
good,
that we have
yeah.
to we have to get through at some point in the year. But
Oh, that's all you
like
need. You're doing
if she
fine.
I'm trying, Maria. I just never know if I'm doing the right thing or not, and I'm
You're
just
doing
trying my best.
unbelievable. You're doing unbelievable. I'm telling you, in school they rush the kids through. I mean, I was special education teacher, so I tried to resource teacher. I would take the kids out of the classroom and work with whatever the teacher was working with them, but I broke it down and I made modifications so they could understand. None of them could memorize the times table. None of them could subtract. They could
She's
add.
having a hard time. She's having a hard time with. She has a hard time with memorizing those tables,
You
and
don't
she
have to
can read
memorize them.
graphs,
You don't
but
have to memorize them. There's a
she doesn't like
specific.
them.
I don't blame her. No kids do. I used to teach them. They can count by twos. They can count by fives. They can count by tens. They can do any multiplication. What they do is you count up or you count back. If you know what two times, if you know what 9 times 2 is, because you count by nines 2 times, 2, 4, 6, 8. You know it's 18. What would be 9 times 3? 18 plus 3. What would be 9 times 4? You always teach them what they know and they build on it. They know the 2, the 5, and the 10. They say, I don't know anything. I say, oh, no, you don't. You know the 2, the 5s, and the 10s will work up, will work back. It takes them a little longer, but they figure it out.
Yeah.
I used to do that with them. So please don't, that's if you think about it, when you're 45 years old, do you really worry about your times table? No, you're not. But you have a knowledge of knowing that the number might be right or wrong. You use a calculator. I mean, in the scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But she's doing amazing, and I won't take much of your time, but you can
Oh, you're
always.
fine, hon. I appreciate you coming up here because I really needed to calm down. I was getting so
I
upset,
know.
and
Well, you know what? You
Jeff's
are
my rock.
so
Jeff keeps me
caring.
grounded, and when I get
Oh,
to feeling like that, and he was like, "Well, we're gonna go do this the butcher shop today," and I was like, "Baby, I really can't. I can't, you know."
you
And
do a
he goes,
lot.
"Okay, well, you start the show, and me and Raina will head to the shop." And I was okay. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm very
No,
sorry,
don't.
you guys. I know that was a really bad
No,
start.
no, don't be silly. I won't take up too much of your time, but you could always. I think I gave you my email, but when you come on, I didn't get when you come on. I'll help you, and I want you to know that you have nothing to feel sorry about or sad about. Your child is blessed. There are not many children that parents care so much and worry about them and want them to excel. She's doing amazing. I just look at the picture of her on your thumbnail. Your opening. She just is so happy. You can't buy that. You can't teach that. It's just total love all over her face. So please, please realize that you're doing the right thing. And I'll let you go. And she's blessed to have you, and you're blessed in how much you love her. And what you're doing is amazing. Don't doubt yourself. Please
Thank
promise me
you.
that.
And we're
Okay.
blessed
All
to
right.
have you guys. We really are. That all of you are eager to help and stuff.
Oh, you
I
help us
love you
just as
guys.
much.
I really
Love you
do. And
too.
sometimes we all need help, right?
Oh, we
We can't
do.
be
Trust me.
afraid to ask for it when we need it.
Trust me. Well, I'll keep listening. I'll be on chat, but you are doing a beautiful job, and please smile. Okay.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you,
Welcome.
everybody. It means a
You're
lot to
welcome.
me.
You're welcome.
Anybody else want to come up and keep me company? You are more than welcome to. Ship if you're still charging that battery. Alabama man strikes again. Yeah, I don't think education levels matter when it comes to um, real world living. Our kids need to be more prepared than for what the system is trying to do to them. I think it's really important that they have real world skills. Hey, Ship, my friend.
What's going on? Time to turn
Hey,
that frown upside down.
I know. I don't know what that was all about today. I'm just feeling it, feeling it, man.
But that's the thing that make us stronger. It's a hard time. You seem like a very strong woman,
Yeah.
so I know what. I've got my volume turned down slightly because YouTube is kind of causing some problems. A lot of what y'all were just talking about. I heard a lot about homeschooling. And I'll say this, my son is
Whoa.
he's 9, and she's good, man. She's actually got the day off today because she did so much Monday and Tuesday. You know, my son, he's still catching up shit from last week and having a lot of trouble out of him. But, so I feel you, man. It's really stressful. It was a lot easier whenever they just went to the public school and all that, but I can't send them there. I just cannot do it. You know, so I don't know if if you're having similar issues, if that's what's going on, but either way, I need to get better myself at listening to my own advice. I think we all struggle with that. You know, we can give great advice, but it's hard to give ourselves great advice. And I don't think it's really so hard to give ourselves great advice. It's just hard to listen to ourselves, because we argue with
Yeah.
ourselves. So whatever it is going on with you, you are strong and you will overcome it. You actually have a 100% success rate for surviving every obstacle you've ever faced in your life.
There you go. You don't think about it that in those terms when you're down in the dumps. When you're doubting yourself, um, it's hard to think it in those terms. And that's really good advice, man. Thank you. And you said that to me, and I thought about the conversation we had with Bonnie the other day, and we told her, like, you already know what you know, you just don't realize you know it. And I think that's probably a lot of us, right? We know what we know, we just don't. We're not attributing those skills in other areas of our life where we can. But kids, man, kids are amazing. They might be behind in one thing and so far ahead in something else. That'll catch up. I like with Raina, the way we do her schooling, I don't worry about it too much because I know that it all levels out eventually. Um, I was feeling some kind of way.
How choppy am I? I saw Betty say that I was really choppy.
You're better now. You were choppy there for a second. You still having storms
This
down there?
No, man, it's this piece of crap phone that I got. Nobody in the house has any trouble with Wi-Fi. Um, we pay like over $100 a month for like the elite Wi-Fi service because we have so many online devices here, and I have to have it for work too. I have to have a certain strength of connection to be able to submit my orders every day. If I didn't have that, I'd have to stay at work for like another 2 hours while I did my orders. So my Wi-Fi sucks. All right, it's good Wi-Fi, but my phone sucks. It sucks at connecting it. So it's always bouncing in and out of Wi-Fi, back to the phone signal, back to Wi-Fi, back to phone signal. So that's probably where it's coming from. Just let me know if it gets to be too bad, and I'll jump out.
All right, man. That's fine though. I thank you for coming up. Uh,
I'm
yeah.
just
Hi,
chilling.
Bonnie.
Anything to get you in a better mood, though. I don't
Hey
like to see
y'all.
good people in a bad mood.
I wasn't trying to be. I really wasn't. That was not my intention when I got on here. Uh, whew, I don't know. It just got carried away with me. I get emotional about
I
kids,
look
man.
like
I
a
do. I
horrible
really
hot
do.
mess.
Oh, I wasn't. I'm a hot mess. I am. I really am. That's the truth of
No,
me.
I look it. I look it and feel it. Can't see me today.
Ship, ship your ship. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
In and out.
All right, I've got some encouragement for you. So, uh, a couple of times during my videos, I may have panned around, and you probably saw the swimming pool in my yard. Well, it was just a yard ornament. It was a swimming pool last year. It was a yard ornament this year. I tried and tried to patch the thing, and it just would not patch. So I finally put the whole thing in the trash. I got done doing that a minute ago, and now my next chore is cut grass. The encouragement for you and for everybody is that this pool has been in this same spot for 3 years, and there is still grass growing underneath. No sunlight, no water. There's still grass growing underneath. You know, so something is
Yeah,
as small as a grain of a grass seed out through under the worst conditions.
there you go.
Right on.
Amen.
Right on.
A little metaphor for you.
That's awesome. Thank you,
I
man.
see
I
things in
needed
a
that. I
weird
really
way. I
did.
mean, sometimes it, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that made sense to y'all, but it makes sense to me anyway. Kind of like the
Makes sense
flower
to me.
busting up through the concrete, you know.
No, it's hopeful. It's
It is.
it's life rebuilt. No matter what,
Exactly.
no matter what they do to us, no matter what happens, it's going to rebuild. That's the way God meant it to be.
Sorry, my bones is hurting today. I'm gonna have to move around a bit. Um.
I understand that.
Oh, we got a lot of wind gusts right now out there, and it's blowing all the trees around, and I'm trying to keep an eye on it because when we get high winds like that, I mean, we live in the woods, so there are dead trees on the neighbor's property that if they come down and hit one of our trees just right, it's going to land on my house.
Right.
So I got to watch out for that all the time when it comes to the storms. You, I don't know about the notification, guys. A lot of people are telling me they're not getting it anymore. If we don't come on at 2 o'clock or a few minutes thereafter, we'll be on at 2:30. We're if we're going to take a day off and not do a video for you guys, we will let you know in advance. Okay.
Lawnmower's running.
Bearing.
I'm out, y'all. Heather,
All right. Thanks, Chip.
I really hope my little, funny words of encouragement help you some. I hate to see you down, and I will catch y'all next time.
Take
I
care,
I might be
appreciate it,
Alabama
man.
Alabama
man next
Thank
time
you.
you see me. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, let us know if you do change the name. That way we can shout you out.
Yes.
Same channel. It'll just be a different name.
All right. Love you, man. Thank you.
He's cute.
He's a good guy. He really is a good
Yes.
guy.
I need
Hey,
to go
Farmer
and look
Son.
at I need to go back and look at my subscription to you because uh, usually on my computer, whenever I pop it up, it'll show me who's live, and it didn't even show you at all. To go and search for you.
It's happening to a lot of people, so I don't know if they just don't like what we're doing or if it's just YouTube doing its thing.
Yeah,
I got a couple emails the other day saying that they weren't finding us live, they weren't getting notified anymore, and they unsubbed and resubbed, and it fixed it for them, but it could happen again.
yeah.
Hold on, I got a cat jumping at the door. Give me a second. Come on, honey. It's my honey bun. Yeah, hi. I know it's going to be a bad day when my pillow comes in and he's sleeping right behind me here. Because he loves to be outside. He'll stay outside all day long. If he comes in and hops up on the bed and goes to sleep, you know the day's going to be pretty nasty.
Oh no. So
That's my little weather cat.
that
What's
storm's
that?
hitting y'all now. Is that from the hurricane?
Yeah, we're getting the winds from it right now. We've had storms for
Yeah.
the last several days. And we're in northeastern Ohio. So normally we just get like the small cells, the outer small cells.
Right.
But now we're getting the winds. So I don't know if that means we're going to have more storms or not. I think my husband said that he looked at it this morning and there were going to be more storms.
And
Are they knocking low channels off too? Well, I mean, we'll come back in one form or another, you guys. I really love our little community we're building here, and I think it's wonderful. And You know, I depend on you guys just as much as you like coming here and sitting and talking and chat and whatnot, even when I don't have much information to give you. Yeah, my mind is a hot mess right now. There's just so much stuff going through it,
I
and
know. I'm hugging you. Can you feel it?
right back at you, hon. I love you guys. I do. I'm really sorry that the show started out that way. Absolutely, you can drop a link. Absolutely, you can drop that link all day long. Listen, if you guys have channels, drop them in the chat because it's about building each other up, right? Farmer, do you have a wrench? I can't see wrenches on the StreamYard
He
section that I'm
doesn't.
in.
He
He
doesn't have
doesn't?
one. No.
Can somebody with a wrench grab his channel and pop it up there? Farmer Son Prepping has a decent channel too. You guys you would enjoy his channel. Excellent. Thank you, artist. I'm gonna pop that up on the big screen too.
Is he the
All
one
right.
that's on with sometimes?
Yeah, he comes up here and talks with us sometimes. Oh, we
But
like him. We like Farmer Son Prepping.
is he on with Ship also?
Yeah,
Okay, that's where I've seen him.
yeah. Yeah, Ship's a good guy. He really is. He answered the call. He tried to get stuff moving. Um and I don't know. It didn't move as fast, I think, as he really wanted it to move, and he wasn't getting the support from the bigger channels that he needed to make the movement or being accepted,
Right.
in with that. And I think it just got too frustrating for him. But he's a really good guy. I like him.
Well, I know.
He's
I
Go
know
ahead.
Mike and Jeff uh, mentioned to do that, but it just seemed like people weren't real receptive to doing it or something. I don't know what the problem was. You didn't have to give your
Yeah,
name or anything. It was.
I know.
I
I
thought it
thought
was a
that was.
good idea.
I did too. I really did, and I don't know. I mean, eh, I don't know. We
Yep.
all do need to come together in some manner or form. Um, I know we
Yes.
are understood. And if you guys are feeling stressed out, listen, you are more than welcome. I'm checking the emails a couple times a day now in case I get emails. If you guys are feeling stressed out or weighted down by the woe of the world right now, reach out to me, okay? Because I promise I'll get back to you. If you give me a phone number, I'll likely call you. Um, because we have to be here for each other, and we really do. And I thank all of you for being here for me, even though I just went through that little thing. Um, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and each and every one of you. I appreciate you, and I love you.
You have my number. You can call me
Yes,
anytime.
thank you. Yes, I know. I know. Um, and I you guys are just an amazing group of people. I mean, and the skill set just in this chat, there's 15 people watching, and the 15 people that are watching have so much knowledge wrapped up in their pinkies that if we were all to live in the same place, we would literally be our own community. Hands down, no questions asked.
Yep.
you know? And isn't that amazing? I think that's just amazing.
Yep.
Um, wow.
I think artist put his link for Farmer Son Prepping.
Yeah, thank you, artist. If you guys haven't checked out Artist and Poet's channel, if she would kindly drop her link, you should go check out some of her stuff. She is really awesome, and I think you guys would enjoy it. she puts together a really nice little presentation of her paintings and stuff, and there are different ones. And it's nice to go watch and just kind of can get lost in it a little bit, you know. They're all they're all neatly bundled in nice little things. So if you only have a couple minutes, you know, you can still see some.
Yep.
I know, Aunt BB. I love you. I love all of you guys. You guys are awesome. And you know, I say that. I say reach out to me and I want to be here for you guys. But I'm also that person, and I hope you understand this, that it's hard for me to ask for help. It's hard for me to admit I need it. You
We're
know,
all
because
like
you got to
that.
stay strong, right? I was always the rock in my family, so I
Right.
was really, really well conditioned from a young age to stay strong even when you're not. And so it's hard for me to do that. And it's not that I don't want to. I'm trying to reprogram all that bad stuff out of me too. You know?
Yep. You feel like a charity case if you ask somebody for help.
Well, yeah, and part of that's how we were raised. You know, we were raised to feel shame if you weren't strong enough to do it on your own, or well, at least I was.
I was
And
too.
it
I
is,
think
man. It's and that it makes it so hard. And I think that was intentional. I honestly feel like that was intentional because look at the hot mess we're in now, right?
yeah.
Um, and people don't know how to ask other people for help, and then it gets worse until there's until it steals all your hope, and you just can't get to that point. And I don't want anybody to get to that point, ever. Yeah, you handle your own problems. You don't share your personal life or your personal emotions with other people outside of your family. And well, what
Yes.
happens like the days that we're in now, where families are split apart because of decisions and ignorance that's out there.
Yeah.
And we were taught not to go outside of that unit, and that unit is failing us. we I am a firm believer that we can choose some of our family members too, because you can have friends that are closer than family members. We all know that, right? I mean,
That's
I
true.
think
That's
um
true. My father was real big on well, he moved overseas when I was about 25. And so I rarely got to see him all these years until 75, stage 4 lung cancer. He had to come back. Thankfully, he lived through it. He's retired in Florida now. But there you go. Then he took off to Florida. And so he's always pressured me to make my kids get out in the world and get away from home. Where I think that that's where we made the mistake is the family should stick together and work together towards the same goal. And as the older ones get older, they're right there so you can take care of them. Does that make sense?
it does. Have you ever seen that movie 10,000 BC? Have any of you guys seen that movie?
No.
um
10,000.
10,000 BC. It was a really good movie. And it takes place 10,000 BC. Okay. Um,
Right.
in that movie, the main character's um, father figure, because it wasn't his father, but it was the man who basically raised him. He says to him, he says, good men have a circle around them of the people they take care of, and that's their family, right? Great men have a bigger circle, and that's their tribe, that's their family. And it made perfect sense to me because I've always had those handful of friends that were closer to me than some of my family, that I would jump up and go in the middle of the night if they needed me. You know, it's sad to me to see families in the state that they're in, to see them broken apart and disconnected and disrespecting of each
Yes,
other
you
too.
hardly even speak.
I mean, my older brother, my oldest brother, found out that his gene donor was different from the man that he was named after and raised by, who was my dad.
Uh-oh.
And he hurt my dad really, really bad, and he hurt me too. And I took it as a personal affront. Um, he changed his name legally to his sperm donor's name, and then he kind of just flipped a switch, like we're not blood anymore, and it hurt. It hurt. It shouldn't have, because he's always been very self-centered.
Yeah.
And there have been several times. There have been several times in my life where he's looked at me and like, "You're not my sister anymore," because I wouldn't fall in line with what he wanted me to do for my life. Um, so it's hard. Like, if you come from a family that has broken issues, I think that makes us stronger in some ways, but weaker in some ways. It makes us a little bit more susceptible when people talk about family. And so my definition of family, personally, has extended to anyone I've adopted into it, right?
Yes.
um, but I had to do that for my own sanity. I really did. And then when my dad passed, I let him know, and I never even got so much as this message has been viewed. And it really hurt me. And I didn't think it would still hurt me that bad, but it did. It really did hurt me a lot. And now my other brother, who we were super close. Um, he got the jab, and then he went and got a second one. And ever since he got his second one, he doesn't call. If I call him, he talks to me for about 20 seconds, and then it's bye, sis, I gotta go. My stepmom stopped calling, and because I won't join their parade and listen to their advice, even after I've given them all the knowledge of the stuff that's in it, showed them the patent work. Um,
Yeah.
I came with a folder, um, and now it's like I don't exist to any of them. So I'm finding my family now, um, my
Yep.
extended
And
family, and that's all of you guys. That is all of you guys. It really is. Um, no pressure, but I do. I love every one of you.
it's called We're Bled by Choice.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good way of saying it. Blood by choice. But I think we're at that time where and I still believe love's going to conquer everything. I really do believe that. I don't think it's the only thing. I think there's going to be hard work involved. But I do think that love can conquer many, many things, including it can conquer bloodlines. It can cover those and make new ones. So I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. I'm not trying to get too deep in melancholy again. I'm very sorry if you feel like I am. I'm not trying to. I just
That,
I don't know.
and
Today I'm
that's what
off
we're here
today.
for.
You just got the notification an
Yeah,
hour
I
and a
just
half
saw
into
that on
it.
my phone.
An hour
Yeah,
and a half. Where are they with the? Oh boy,
I
my
just saw it
darling
on my
husband
phone
and
while
my
you were
darling
talking.
mother out there. Please jump in. An hour and a half. Whew. I bet they're around here somewhere. And Bonnie, thank you for standing up here with me. I really appreciate you. I
Welcome.
really do.
I appreciate you too. Y'all been amazing. I'm learning so much here. The people in chat, like you said, I would
Yeah.
love to be in Betty's yard.
Oh man, I tell you what, Betty, if we ever get the resources, I would love to come down there and just spend some time with you if you wouldn't mind having us. That would be amazing. Betty's closer to me than you are, Bonnie. You're way down there.
Oh, I know.
Plus, I don't
I'm
I don't know
down.
about Texas. Um,
You know,
I'm I
I
don't know.
was
I
just
think I got a little apprehension about Texas, and not in a bad way, but hey, farmer's son.
no,
Uh, just because
I
you guys
get
are
it.
so self. What's that?
I get it. And but besides the sufficient, deficient, um, we are we are changing. This is not the Texas that has been my family since the Alamo, where they fought. It is completely changing, and it's shocking to me. But we did have a bunch of laws that came out today, and some were good, some are, we'll see what happens. But it's the it's not even that. It's the population. It's the people who are moving in. It's the problem at the border. It's we are being, how do you say it besides taken over by people who are not Texas. That's all I know how to say it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is
um,
changing a lot of the demographics, the the whole um we've always had a lot of ranches and farmers, and I'm seeing those be subdivided up into subdivisions. We got subdivisions all over the place now. It's not
yeah,
um as wide open as it used to be.
yeah. And you know why that makes it a little bit scarier, even, is because Texas has always been that last fortress, all on its own, that that could pull away if it wanted to and be a last bastion of hope. And now I worry that it's not going to be a last bastion of hope anymore. Um, you know,
Exactly.
that's scary
I
times right there.
It is. And that's what I think, that's what my worry is what am I right in the middle of here?
Yeah. Come to Ohio, Bonnie, Maria. Anybody wanting to move, come on up to Ohio.
Do
Told
you
you
know
there's
what
there's
agoraphobia
properties
is?
all around here. What's that?
I know. Do you know what agoraphobia is?
Agoraphobia. Is that where you're afraid to go outside?
Yeah. So for 2 years, I couldn't. I could not step out my front door. So the thought of going that far away is like, I don't know. But I mean, it's tempting, girl. It is so tempting.
Well, I tell you, Bonnie, I love and respect you, and you'd be welcome. You'd have somebody up here who loved you and respected you and welcomed you. And I do understand that. I have severe social anxiety. Even living in a small town, I can't be in
Same
like I
here.
can't go to Walmart. Hey, farmer son. It takes a
Same
lot
here.
for me. I gotta mentally
Yeah.
prepare for it. And then I'm still not always good. So I get it. I do. How you doing
Yep.
today, farmer son?
I am hot. That's all I'm doing today. Hot.
I've been outside working on my wood pile out there in my little bushcraft area. I even made a video of it today, so we'll be posting that after a while.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm sorry.
I said awesome. We'll have to check that
Oh,
out.
oh yeah. It's my wood that I've got out there. It's been piled up on the ground and it's all rotten in there. So I've been lacking on my duties out there. So I went out there and made me a rack and all for my wood. That way I got it. It's not heating wood. It's just play around in the fire pit kind of wood. You know what I'm saying?
Campfire.
Bushcraft wood. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I've been
Wow.
out doing today. It got hot and had to come back in and cool off a while.
Yeah, we got a lot of high winds out there today, and my bones are really achy. So there's not. I have a million things I need to get done, but not a whole lot
Yeah.
that's going to do. Not a whole lot that's
I,
going to do today.
I understand that. And you don't have to apologize. Hey, sometimes some people out there need to hear this kind of stuff. That's why I put in the chat that, about my situation. I was diagnosed with chronic depression back in 2013, and they put me on some meds and told me, do I have any pets? I said no, and they said, well, you might ought to get some because usually that helps, and it has for me. It's helped much having a dog.
Good. Good.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh, Maria, I would love to have you come up here. So how's your weather? Other than hot down there, are you muggy? Do you still got storms?
No, the sun has come out today for the first time in about a week, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it spit rain here probably for 4 to 5 days, because of the hurricane. We didn't have any like bad storms. It rained, it lightning and thundered, but it was nothing horribly bad, thank God for that.
Yeah, we've had storms for several days up here, but today, like I said, we're just getting those real strong gusts of wind. I gotta watch the trees.
Yeah.
Living in the woods,
Sure.
Well, let
Yeah,
me
you got
do something here real quick. Hi, Nan.
Okay.
Hi, Buckeye. And artist, you have a great day, and thank you for coming by.
I said, artist. I said, I'm looking forward to good things.
She's pretty amazing. I enjoy going over and watching her stuff that she puts together. And she
Yeah.
made us 2 different clips for our show. And
Awesome.
yeah, we used the one at the end, and then because I finally bucked up the courage to look into this software that Shipwreck had put me onto, and I decided to remember all those things that I had forgotten that I learned. And I went and put together our intro thing there with just pictures
Yeah,
and stuff that I have.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff. And back in my earlier videos, I actually said, look, I'm just going to stick with what I know. I don't know how to do all this fancy, intro stuff. And so I just told everybody I was going to stick with what I know, which is, survival and prepping and that type of stuff. So I did learn how to make what's it called, a thumbnail. So I did learn that part.
Right
And
on.
that's been recently. So,
That's
You can see
awesome.
I don't have one.
Well,
Yeah.
Farmer Son, if you want me to set you up with something, send me an email and I can put something together for you if you got some pictures or something that you want to show for your thing, and I can get copyright license, music license, and put with it.
Yeah.
And I'll
I
make you a little
wouldn't even I appreciate the offer, but even if you did that for me, I wouldn't know how to add it to my video. I mean, I don't know nothing about all that stuff.
Well, I can try to help you work through some of that. We don't upload. If we do a video and then we want to play it, we go live through the StreamYard. and just play it from there because it's got the option to share a file from your computer, you know, or your
Oh, okay.
phone or whatever. And it's easier because for us, we use our mobile data, our hotspots on our phones for our data
Right.
for the whole month for everything that we do, anything that we do online. That's what we use. So
Yeah.
for us to upload, it eats up all of our data for one upload. So we just decided we would do the share files on the live things when we do that, which we've only done it once, but
Sure.
it works out better that way, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to do the what's it called, the live stream. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I'm just probably gonna stick with what I know.
All right. I mean, that's your choice. But if you want help with it, I'll help you set it up. Even Chip could help you set that up because he's the one that put us onto the different stuff. So,
Yeah.
so I want to address something real quick here, guys. Oh, hi, Mary and Michael. Um, Betty, that picture that you see in the background is actually our driveway,
Sweet.
and it was just one of
Oh
those
yeah.
mornings. Yeah,
Y'all do
all
get
the
back in
pictures,
there though.
all the pictures that are in the intro are all pictures that I've taken on or around the property. I think I've got one or two of the swamp land down below, and the rest of them are paintings that I've done. But they're all, you
Sweet.
know, our stuff, our property, our place, that we want to share with you guys. You know, because
Yeah.
because at one point I wanted to be a photographer, and so I thought I had a pretty good eye for it.
I've done a little stint of photography too. I did wildlife photography like birds, woodpeckers, squirrels, deer, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
And I
awesome!
did
Oh,
I
fantastic!
did that, and everybody talked about how good they were. Well, when it comes to trying to sell them, trying to actually be a photographer, nobody wants to buy none, so I just give it up.
You know, uh, there's other things you can do with those photographs. You can turn them into paintings for people's walls and things. It's real easy to do. All you need is some Mod Podge, a wet paper towel, and some time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I've made some posters out of some of them, and I've got them hanging in my house and stuff. But yeah, I went in like with both feet all the way in. I jumped in and bought a bunch of frames and a bunch of acid-free mats, and I mean, I went in like those people were like, "Oh man, they're beautiful," and so when I went in and did all that and got prints and everything made up and signed them all, nobody wanted to buy them, and I ended up giving all of them away as Christmas gifts.
Oh wow! Well, hey, those are some nice Christmas gifts, though. Can't buy
Yeah,
them anywhere.
yeah, that's
Uh,
cool.
I always like the stuff that you can't find in a store. I always thought that was the best kind of gift, you know. Uh,
Sure.
hey, before Jeff and Raina do hop on, what do you guys think we should get Raina for her birthday? It's coming up the end of September.
How old is she?
She'd like to get her ear. She'll be 10. She's hitting that double digits. She would love to get her ears pierced this year. And because Mom told her when she was little that we would have to revisit that, you know, when she starts hitting the double digits. Uh, yeah.
Does she
Oh,
like music?
what's that?
Does she like music?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she
Get her,
does. She
get
has
her. I mean, because I have a niece too, and I would suggest like get her some wireless earphones, or like get her an iPad, or not an iPad, but an iPod, something like a Bluetooth speaker, maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pappy.
Just my thoughts on it.
So, you know, we were thinking about that because she does. She enjoys her music. We're thinking about getting her a Bluetooth speaker, like a nice one, though.
Yeah,
Well, as nice as we can afford, not one of them like a couple $100 because
I
she's 10,
understand.
right? So, I mean, she is
My
10.
girl,
And
my girls
go ahead,
got
Mom.
one. It was about maybe $30 to $50, and it's a really good one. I can hear it all over the house.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Yeah, she'd love something like that. I wouldn't, but she would love it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, would you two mind carrying on the conversation for a moment and excusing me for a moment?
Of
Go ahead.
course.
Would you? Thank you so much. I will be right back, folks.
Well, who am I talking to? I don't see a name on the other box there.
I don't know why it's not showing the names either to me. I'm
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Okay. Hey, Bonnie. God bless you, hon. Yeah. I
Thank
think
you.
it's something on their end, probably. But yeah. Um, I enjoyed your questions the last time I saw you. I think you come up with talking to Heather, and you had all these questions like, what should I buy first, and that type of thing. And so I'm glad that you're starting to watch videos and kind of get woke up to what's going on.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always have questions.
Yes, well, I do too. Anybody that wants to continue learning will always have questions. You know,
Yes,
that's how you learn.
it is. And I'm always there on Saturdays at Liberty for the hunting and fishing show. I love it. And it's anything. I mean, just anything that is um, going to be educational and help somebody out. We're
Sure.
going to need it eventually. Well,
There's
we do a lot of
yeah,
hunting and fishing ever since I was a
that's good.
child.
I've been fishing and hunting since I was a kid as well. But there's
Yeah,
so many useful things you can learn, like knots. You know, there's a knot out there that's good for certain things, and you got other knots, and so, there's so much things you can learn as far as survival and taking care of yourself, and you know, and all of it can apply to everyday use depending on what's going on. You know,
that's true. And yeah, I need to learn more knots.
I need to learn some more myself. I know the what's it called? Going blank. Oh mercy. Anyway, I know the Prusik knot, and I know there's another one that I use all the time, and I forgot the name of it. But the
The
bowling,
square
that's
knot.
it. No, the bowling. I use the bowling a lot.
Hmm.
That was
I
the
know.
name
I
of it.
know macrame knots, but I haven't learned any
Macrame.
like fish. But I want to get. I want to get the heavy duty rope, and me and Raina want us to try to do a hammock together using the different knots.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be
I'd
cool.
like that
That's
girl loves rope.
basically
I
like
can buy her a rope
making a
for
net.
Christmas. I'm so tickled.
We all shut up at the same time. That's basically like making a net, I believe, Heather. It would be the ends would be different, of course.
Yeah, I think it's like a fisherman's knot. I think that you use or something for it. I
Yeah.
have a book on it. I've never done it, but I have done macrame. So I know how to do a couple different knots. I know how to make knots hold. You know,
That's
so
good.
if nothing
Yeah.
else, I can do that and sew it together.
I know the bowling, I know the Prusik, I know the timber hitch. I use that one sometimes. And there's three or four other ones that I know that I can't remember what the names of them are.
Well, you need to do a video on that and show us.
I have
Yeah,
already
that
got, I've already done one or two on a couple of the knots that I use all the time.
Oh, okay. I have to look those up.
Well, I believe the one where I show you how to do those knots, the name of that one is Getting Ready for Camping Season or something like that. That's the name of it.
oh cool. Okay. Yeah, that girl's the silliest thing. She knows a bunch of different knots. She probably knows more knots than me at this point. But she doesn't want to tie her shoes.
So,
Ain't that funny?
yeah, that's like the first knot you ever learn, I guess.
I know, but she's not into that. She's into like making her knots in the fishing line stick and play it like she'll tie ropes to the trees and then she'll like pretend like she's rappelling down the hill right?
Oh,
Even though
good.
it's just a bill, but she loves doing that kind of stuff.
You
And
should get her into the paracord. You should get her into making paracord bracelets. And there's all kind of weaving and knots and stuff you can use on that. She'll probably
Yes,
like that.
and she can
yeah,
sell them.
Betty and
Yes.
Maria are over here talking about it in chat, and I just love it because they're giving me so many more ideas for her. And she loves jewelry making and stuff. She's really into that, and especially because mom doesn't wear jewelry, right?
Right.
So when grandma buys, grandma will buy different beads and buttons and stuff, and she lets both the girls, both of her granddaughters, they just sit up there with some elastic cord and they just make jewelry
Yeah.
till their heart's
Okay.
content. But she's
Teach her
always
how to
mad
knit.
class for them because grandma doesn't buy clasps.
Right.
And that'd be good too for her birthday. Is just like some, the little rawhide strips or
Leather work. Yeah.
the leather. Yeah, and because those are real. Everybody loves those, and you stick a couple of beads in between the working the leather with knots,
Yeah,
and they're cute.
I
yeah,
mean, you get into the leather working side, I mean, those people make good money, but it's a good craft to have. You can make knife sheaths, all kind of stuff, leather wallets, and
I
people
had
pay up for that handcrafted stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
they
If I
do.
had the money to buy hides or to buy leather, there's a lot of leather works around me. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I live in Amish country. They literally have everything and anything right here. And they do all their own processing. All the leather and the hides come from the local butchers after they butcher for the local farms and all that stuff. So they do a really good job of utilizing stuff around here. And
Yeah.
then if I could afford to go out and buy a whole hide, I would. And then just do because I love doing leather crafts, but it's just it got so expensive that I can't.
Everything's expensive. I understand.
Absolutely, Betty.
Yeah.
And she would enjoy it just because it's from you. She wouldn't even care, except that it's. I mean, she would love it, but it would mean more to her coming from somebody else too. And I think that would be
Right.
wonderful. Bridget, real quick, that is a great idea, and she wanted a little small lock diary, and she earned herself some money with a lemonade stand on the 4th of July. She went down into our little village, and her cousin made and sold lemonade and split the profits. So they learned about business because they had to cover all of the supplies that they were given to start with and take that
Awesome.
out first and then count their profits and split it. And she used her money to buy herself a little lock diary.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
good. It's sorry that they don't teach stuff like bouncing checkbooks and just basic bill paying, that kind of stuff. They don't teach common sense stuff in schools anymore. I don't get it.
no, it's only for the test.
Yeah.
They do, but all the local groups, because we're such a small area, all the local groups, they're struggling to have even 1 or 2 meetings a year around here anymore with everything that's been going on. And we've checked them out. There's I think she's learning more with us when we take her down to the swamp and teach her how to cut down cat and nine tails and make baskets, which I'd like to do that with you guys this fall. If you guys want to see a video on that, I think we'll do that.
I got a
We'll
little
go down.
tip for
Go ahead.
cattails. If you're talking about cattails, the dried up cattail tops make excellent fire starters.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
You can use every bit of a cattail.
Oh yeah.
Food, medicine, making baskets, all kinds of stuff you can use cat nine tails for. And we have a swamp full of them down there. But
We have
keep in
some
mind,
down by the lake.
yeah, keep in mind when you are harvesting cat and nine tails that wild irises grow there too. So if you're gonna pull up the root, you better know which plant it is, because wild irises or what they call a swamp iris. Those are poisonous to you. And the roots look very similar, so know which plant you're pulling up if you are doing that.
Yeah.
I say
I
that
would
a
love.
lot. You know, be sure that you've got multiple identifiers for a plant before you put that in your body.
I would love to see basket weaving. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll take a trip down and we'll gather the reeds and we'll bring them up and dry them out. Hopefully, it starts drying out around here.
Yeah.
And if I can get them dried out, it's been a wet season. It's been so wet here. We've got mold and mildew growing in places
Same
it
here.
never showed up. I also
Yeah.
have turkey tail mushrooms growing in places they've never showed up before. So,
Yeah.
hey, K9 and Meg, and Bridget, and anybody that I missed. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
We'll even hang them in that tent that you got.
Yeah, I can't leave it up. I haven't gotten it waterproofed yet.
Oh,
Working on that. We're working on that. She wanted to camp out for a couple days. She wanted to just stay out there for like a week, and I would have been happy to let her, except those storms coming through. That's really the only. Well, we can set the tent up somewhere else, but when we have
Y'all have
storms
a
coming
tarp
in,
we can put over?
yeah, it's big. I mean, I don't know. It's got a
Yeah.
huge footprint. It's one of those 2-room L tents.
Oh, okay.
With and you have to have one of those 10x10s on the front to hold it all up. Which it's fun. I mean, we got it last year or the year before. We've gotten to take it camping one time, and then of course we did the out in the driveway camping. Yeah, Maria, I don't know if I'd be up to that task. I need your help coming up with lesson plans and whatnot. I'm not that great of a planner.
We had 4-H in our school, but I
That's
was
right,
an
Abby.
FFA instead.
Say that again, Farmer Son.
I said we had 4-H too, but I chose to be in the FFA instead.
See,
our
I'd rather
tent.
get her into that because we have that around here too. We got a lot of we have a lot of farmers association groups around here, and young farmers and or Young Farmers of America. We got a bunch of that stuff. It gets pricey though, and right now, when everything started rising and stuff, we lost a lot of business because we have a lumber mill and we sell some of the lumber here, or we'll cut lumber for other people that do trees and things like that.
Sure.
And when lumber prices skyrocketed, all business stopped. And I think they thought we were raising our prices too, but we didn't. But the
Yeah.
entire, I mean, this is big lumber area around here as well. We have lumber mills. We've got kilns everywhere.
We've got within a 50-mile radius. There's 3 lumber mills.
Within a 50-mile radius, we've got at least 12, probably more, and that's just in one direction.
Wow.
The Amish, they're serious about their lumber, man. They're so serious. Have you ever heard of Kime Lumber? It's kind of a famous lumber store. That's right up the road from us, a couple miles.
I've never heard of it.
So everybody around here, they had enough of everything that they needed, you know, when the prices went up, and they just stopped doing business with the little local guy for a long while. And we're starting to get a little bit back, but we run through our blades. We need to get some new blades. And you know, there's things that you have to do and you have to be able to do. So, and I used to be able to sell my paintings. You know, I could take them downtown and barter my paintings, and I haven't even been able to do that in several months now because it's been tight for everybody, and nobody wants a painting if they don't need it. You know,
going up. Everything's going up. People are having to tighten up the old belt there as it goes.
Yeah. Have a good evening, Maria. We love you. Thank
Hi,
you.
Maria. I'm gonna pop
Yes.
out of here too, y'all. I'm
All
gonna
right.
go work on my wood pile for another while until I get hot again. We'll holler at y'all later. Enjoyed it.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. Man, we got a great group here, don't we? I know everybody's probably going to be jumping off and headed over to Jeff here soon. I thought Jeff was going to come on, but maybe he probably recorded it. They're in a valley, so I don't know if he could even get reception there. But we can keep talking, guys, if you want to, or whatever you like. What do you think, Bonnie?
I need to go. My granddaughter just got back, tested positive for the thing.
Oh, why are they testing kids?
No, she's 19.
Okay. Well,
On the other one,
you
you
know the
didn't?
recipe, right? I gave you the recipe, right?
I'm sorry.
I gave you the recipe, right, for the homemade stuff. It really works.
I'll
It
go back
really
through and
does.
look.
You want it? Do you have a pen and paper? I'll give it to you again. It's real simple.
I have a pen and paper.
All right, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to use the rinds only. So you're going to use like a potato peeler or an apple peeler to get the rinds off. 3 grapefruit. 4 to 5 lemons. So it depends on the size of the lemons. If they're smaller, do 5. If they're bigger, do 4. 2.5 liters of water. You're going to bring that to a boil, and then you're going to turn it down and let it simmer for 3 hours.
How much water?
2.5 liters.
Water.
I've
Let
never
it
looked
come
up
to
the
a boil.
conversion because we have bottles that come in liters too. What's that? I'm
Did you
sorry.
say let it come to a boil or just let it simmer?
No, you're going to bring it to a boil, and then you're going to turn it down and let it simmer for 3 hours. You can let it cool on the counter, and then you're going to pop it in the fridge. It'll make about 1.5 to 2 quart size mason jars full. You're going to do, well, if she does have the sickness, go ahead and put 2 tablespoons in a glass of water and just have her drink that. You can do that. As far as I know, unless she's on a medication that interacts with grapefruit, there are no side effects.
I am.
That's the only concern, that I know of, is if you're on a medication that interacts with grapefruit, because I know that they are out there.
Yeah,
But
mine does. And is there a substitute for grapefruit?
uh,
Nope.
I've heard people doing it with oranges and lemons, but what you want is the lemons and the grapefruits. They're going to be a higher content of all the different things that help your body to kill the
Right.
viruses, to make it an alkaline thing to kill off any viruses that are attacking. Yeah, you can always feed
And
her the grapefruit too. Um,
Jeff's tonic water.
yeah, there are other options, and I will do some research for that for you, Bonnie, and I will send you either an email or I will call you with that information later if you'd like. And I'll find the alternatives. But see, my mother-in-law is on a medication that interacts with grapefruit, but I think she was actually doing this the 1 tablespoon in water a day, and she's spot on healthy. So it won't hurt to load her up on it, like 2 or 3 glasses the first day or first day and a half or what have you, and then drop it down. Yeah, the quinine. Thank you, Canine. I knew oh, there they are. Yay, the family's finally here.
Yes, she's freaking out because, of course, I've been with her. We just took my daughter back home last night and closed up in the car, and my immune system's like zero. And so she's going to her mother's to quarantine, but I've done been.
Lemon water for you. If you have medication that you're taking that interacts with grapefruit, put some lemon juice or lemon or something, put lemon in your water and drink it. And if you need sweetener, you can probably add a little bit of honey or molasses, or you could add sugar, but sugar is a mucus creator, just so you know. So
Okay,
it could, you know what I mean? You want to be careful of that, because if you're creating mucus, you're giving an environment for something else.
right.
So just be careful. Yep, wash well to remove the pesticides. You can wash them in a little bit of vinegar with some baking soda, and it usually removes a lot of the chemicals before you peel them off and stuff.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah, I
hey,
have
look,
two granddaughters
Hi,
that live with.
Mom.
Hi, Raina and Jeff.
Hey, Bonnie. 1 second here. I got to change the.
And the oldest is 19 and the youngest is 3.
There we
okay,
go.
I'm gonna real quick. Let me repeat that recipe. Anna, do you have a pen now? Are you ready?
I'm going to turn you guys down, too.
Here, I'll put it in chat so you guys can grab it. So I'm gonna let Jeff and Raina, Bonnie, I'm gonna move us to the side screen, hon, if you don't mind. And how do I do this? Nope, that wasn't it.
Should be right on the bottom.
I'm
And
trying.
then now, okay, do that again, what you just did.
Okay. This?
And now, are you the big picture?
I don't know. It's not. There we go.
Okay.
Now how do I
Okay,
do this?
now just take the cursor over to my picture and drag it over top of your picture, and it'll swap it.
That didn't work. Your
Yeah, I
picture
see.
and drag it over top of my picture.
Yeah, it should swap you and me. Hello, how are you? Oh,
That's why he
incredible.
handles all this stuff. All right, you guys. Bonnie, you're welcome to hang out. I'm gonna pop him big on the screen, okay?
It's okay, hon. I'm
Because
going to go
there's
ahead and jump off.
There it is.
all right. Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much. I love you, lady.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
Bye.
Okay. Okie dokie. Now,
Yes, you should check for any interactions before you do anything.
I'm gonna need more than a basket. But hey, Raina, you gonna handle one of these baskets?
We're at the Trailside Deli right
No, Dowdy Valley Meats,
now. Dowdy Valley Meats.
or Dowdy Farm Meats is actually what it really is.
I get confused with the two.
I can't remember. I don't need here.
This is how you shop from home, guys. This is how you do it. You send the husband out.
What did you say you wanted for bacon again? 10.
Do we want to do 10? Or we want to just do like 7 and make room for sausage?
We could do that too. Because yeah, you wanted to get sausage. That's right.
Well, hey, Alabama man. Yeah. Well, this is, of course, for anybody that has been here, that is my husband, Jeff, and my daughter, Raina, and they went to our butcher that we go to, and it's a small Amish butcher shop, and they process all their meats locally. It's all done locally. Nothing's coming from big box stores. You can send it, hon. I don't know if you'll get it. We're in Ohio. And this is our local butcher shop. They're called Dowdy Valley Meats, or Dowdy Valley Meats, or Dowdy Valley Farm. Dowdy Valley Meats, I think.
We will need 20
And they're great. They're who we deal with because we're not getting antibiotics. You can buy grass fed. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you buy in bulk, they give you discounts. And we usually do. We usually save up and buy in bulk. I'm gonna mute myself so you guys can talk, okay?
Okay. Easier if I'm just showing. And you explain it. What we do.
Heck yeah, Alabama man. Everybody needs a local butcher. Everybody needs a local butcher. Stop buying that crap out of those stores. There's no respect for the animals. They're not treated right. The meat's crap. They're filled up with antibiotics and all kinds of other nonsense.
You can be heard.
Shop local when you can.
All right, you want mild Italian or do you want the bratwurst?
Ooh.
You want the mild Italian?
How about, can we do 2 and 2?
Yeah, we can do 2 and 2.
See, we like their Italian sausage, but it's not quite Italian seasoned enough for us. So when we do get it, we just add fennel in the pan, and it just brings it out. It's really good. But they have amazing bratwurst because they're Amish, right? So there's that German. Oh, babe, if they have sauerkraut, will you grab the sauerkraut?
Yep, sure will. Okay. All right, I'm gonna move over. See if they can give me a box. I'm gonna get 20 pounds of meat.
Oh,
here.
Betty, you totally should. Hey, Betty, perfect comfort food meal is a good ham or a ham steak, some mac and cheese, and some fried cabbage. The flavor combination is amazing.
Do you have enough over here? I mean, no, I didn't look. But... Okay, cool. Yeah, just 1 pound package. Yeah. Yes, please. Okay, she's gonna grab the 20 pounds for that. I need to ask about the fillet, but here we go. Here we go. If you guys can see it.
They have any deals there? Oh no, Linda.
Chicken.
Yes, and he is buying the meat, you guys, to make the pemmican for you. So you guys can watch us do the pemmican.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on this English roast. That's the other thing. It doesn't matter what kind of meat. I could use that roast. I could do this whole brisket right here.
Oh.
Right up in there, that brisket.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it off on all of these. Here's a tenderloin. Oh, that's beautiful.
Anything that's got a lot of meat on, you're gonna want to trim it really well though before you make pemmican with it.
And that right there, that's 2 of my hands, and I got small hands. That's 2 of my hands.
That is some big.
Yeah, those are big T-bones. Actually, that's a porterhouse. There's a T-bone right there. Yeah, $12.99. And you guys can we'll get the phone number for you and everything. You guys can order from them too.
Oh yeah, you can. You can order from them. And man, they're amazing. You can go in and put in um like we save up and we do a big buy, and then we stretch it out for 6 months or a year depending on what we're getting. And like tax time comes, we always get like hind quarter of a cow, and then I mean we can eat on that for forever. It seems like, um, and they'll process it any way you like. So it's really nice.
One whole fillet shank. Yeah,
Isn't that lovely? I miss going to that place, but I just couldn't do it today.
Sorry, my hand was over in the camera for a minute. But
You're okay, honey girl.
if you thought these were big, look at
Yeah.
this.
Hey, where's the ham loaf? Yeah, that's a brisket. Good. Good eating.
Okay, over here is the ham loaf.
I would love to see Montana. I bet it is for. Oh yeah. So we particularly love the ham loaves from this place. Maybe you can talk that into getting one or two on the budget. I don't know. May have to trade in some sausage for it or some bacon for it. Hey, Alabama man, send me some recipes for squirrel and I'll put them in the cookbook.
This is beef loin, not T-bones. Ground chicken.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
The whole face of it, so you can see it. Can't see it.
I froze up. Shit.
Anything else? Oh yeah. 10 pounds of ground chicken. Yep, and I want to get 10 pound breasts. Okay. Boneless breasts. So the ground chicken actually is over here. Yeah, no, you want me to. Yeah, go ahead, just take them out of there. Okay. And then 10 pounds of breast. Did you want those fresh in one bag or? Yeah, that's fine if it's in one bag, yeah.
That is smoked ham center slice. Sausages. I stand corrected, they're hot dogs. This is the beef loin. And a basket of bacon and sausages. Alright, anything else?
Yeah.
We have something that I haven't showed you guys yet. have this case too. Goodbye, Canine Dogma. That was like a really good chicken. More ground chicken. No. That's turkey. Never mind. Back to the counter.
That one there. We'll put this down in here. I got an updated form. We'll show the updated form.
In the car, right?
Well, when we get it, we'll put it on the description part.
Oh. Now I understand. A bunch of seasonings.
Mhm.
Minus this, so take this.
Minus this?
No, I've got this.
Oh, so minus
So
this.
minus that, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and
So
do this.
go ahead, do that.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely do the
Okay.
sausage.
Do the sausage
Yeah,
first?
my
Okay.
wife doesn't. But I can come down a couple of them.
Okay. You might even be okay.
Like I said,
It
not a
would
big
be,
deal. You never know.
okay, so that's minus the three.
Minus those, all right. Boy, boy, boy.
No, I had all the brown, the three, I had all the brown chickens, so that was, yeah. Thanks a lot, we appreciate it. Mark Fennerling, okay, let's see now, but yeah, it's fine.
I'm showing them all the sauces and spices.
One of those or?
I'll try.
20 pounds of burger.
Um,
Oh, my soul. I've got 120 right here.
this is heavy. Hold
Can you
on.
grab one of them and I'll grab the other one?
No, wait. I have something easier.
What? Just taking the phone over.
Sorry, guys.
Go back to the trunk. Sorry about that. It was a little wishy-washy. Oh, shoot. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you go into the Amish stores. They don't like being on video. So, needless to say, sorry I didn't get a whole bunch on video. But I'm gonna try to get a different swipe by for it. See if I can get in there someday and do a walkthrough without them being around.
And our shopping list is shredding.
All right. Okay, the only thing we weren't able to get. All right. The only thing we weren't able to get was come back to this settings, camera, front, back. There we are. The only thing we didn't get was the pork loin, the 2 roasts. I have to come back because you can only spend cash here. You can't spend a credit card. And a few extra bacon. But we got everything else we wanted. So I wasn't too sure how much prices have gone up, which they've gone up a little bit. Not as much as what a lot of places are. So like I said, sorry I didn't get you in in there very well. They were not busy, but the boss was there, and I didn't want to frustrate him any. He's a very nice gentleman. So I just went with my instinct and just try to keep it on the down low, so he didn't get upset with me. We do a lot of business here, and I don't want to be kicked out of here. This is where we'll be getting our hog from for the barbecue. All right, I can't. Oh, that's turned up now. Where's Heather at? She's still on here? Oh, Heather, are you still on here?
Mom?
Am I muted at all? Hello? Yes, there she is.
Hey, sorry about that.
All right. Well, caught all that or not.
I caught a lot of it. I just I was freezing up on this end again.
Yeah, well, you cut the meat. What I couldn't get.
Yeah, I caught that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's about a 5-second delay between me and you.
So I have to come back for making pemmican, eh?
Yeah, we'll just have to get a little bit more out because, like I was telling them, it's cash only, so I only brought so much money, and prices went up. The fillet itself was $164. So
Wow, that's
normally I'm
twice what
used
we
to
paid
about
last time,
$90,
right?
so that was a little bit more than what I'm used to. But at the same time, of course, it's the best of the best. It's filet mignon. I mean, you can't beat it. But when you buy it like that, you actually save a lot more money per fillet. So when you buy the whole shank, cut it up into individual pieces. Now, see, here's a second thing that I do that's a little bit different than what everybody else does. I don't cut my fillet up into 1-inch pieces. I cut them into like 1-inch pieces, or not 1 inch, about a little over a half an inch, because I like them thick when I get them from the restaurants and whatnot, but it makes my dollar go a little further. Plus, we don't have to have all that meat either. So, but picked up a few extra things at Walmart. So I'm a little weighted down in the back a little bit, kind of bouncing around. I gotta take it easy on the springs. So,
Gotta love them dirt
all
roads.
right. Well, that's right. I'm gonna sign off here. I'm gonna hand her back to the captain. So hold on a minute.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, beautiful.
Hello, everyone in chat.
Hey, I have really good news for you. You want to hear it? Uh-oh, I think we've lost them in the valley. Oh, no. Your signal's dropping out, honey. Just a minute. We can't hear you. Everybody's saying hello. Uh-oh. Well, guys, we're probably going to wrap it up. Oh, they're going to try again. Okay. Hi, there you are. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
We're right by Edna's.
Okay, so you're going to drop out here in a second anyway. You're going to drop down in the valley. But everybody said hello. And I got some exciting news for you when you get home about some people that are willing to help us out that used to be teachers. And so you'll have real teachers that you'll be able to talk to about certain things and find out how to get you the information that you want in the areas that mom can't help you with. Isn't that exciting? Like real
Kind
teachers.
of.
Kind of. Dang, Mom, I thought it was going to be something else. I love you,
Hi,
Pumpkin.
Betty.
I love you so much. We got Betty and LHS and Meg and Alabama Man is Shipwreck, the Southern Preppers Association. You know him.
Got another one now.
She loves going to the store with Dad. Uh-oh. All right, you must be heading down the hill. I love you. I'll see you when you get home. Okay.
See you later.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Wait, don't go up there.
What?
You didn't go off of it, did you?
Ooh.
Hold on, gotta get this in the picture. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay. Are they doing the sheaves again?
No, passing Amish. Can you see him?
Uh-oh. Can you guys see him? Because it's frozen up on my screen. Can you guys see him? I don't know, honey.
Can you guys see the Amish buggies? I got good signal.
No, we see you. Oh, there we go. There. Yep, that's driving in our county. That's what it looks like.
Gotta wait for a bend here, then I'll be able to pass them. I gotta give them some room here. This is what we gotta deal with. It's pretty cool. I mean, you just gotta have patience. That's all it is.
It takes a
Know your
lot of
roads. Know
time.
which roads to take, which roads not to take.
Don't be a tourist
Especially when
terrorist.
it's tourist season. Can't see very well. All right, go. Oh,
How do I do this? How do I do this drag and drop thing? Do I drag from the bottom to put you in that spot?
I guess I don't know. I just did it the other day and I figured it out. Doing it that way, just dragging the person over top of me, and then it switches the picture.
Okay. And then drag. Oh, awesome. There you go. These are the roads I love to travel. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you just love the light coming through the trees? It's a little slower pace of life here, but I like it.
I wish we had around here. It's flat down in Alabama.
Flat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're all
we're
hills
still up on
and
top of the ridge up here.
valleys.
Damn was calling us.
Hold on, here we go.
And there he goes. All right. How you doing, Bama man? You get that grass cut or what?
All right, out cutting grass.
I don't know. You still with us, Ship?
Shipwreck, you there?
Yeah, we're here. Oh, ha. Sorry.
Try to turn you down a little bit so it doesn't come back at you.
Let me see if I can raise his mic up some more.
Is his flashing like he's talking? I can't tell with the sun in my eyes
Oh,
right now.
I thought it was. Ship, say something.
Say something. I'm sorry.
Well, he's been having a crappy
You having a
signal
rough
day
time
to day
down there?
too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Still
well,
the
the
storms down
weather's
there
great
too.
for him.
Oh, the weather's good. Might just be technical problem to begin with.
Yeah.
With everything else that's out in certain areas.
Bye, Meg. Love you.
Alrighty. Well, hey, I'm gonna jump off here. We are going to go down 83. I will be losing you, so we'll see you here in about 10, 15.
All right. Love you guys.
All right. Love ya.
Yep.
Love you, everybody in the chat.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
Chip, if you're still with me, let me know.
You have to kick me out.
I'm doing it. There we go. Chip, you still with me? Alabama
Phone's back
man.
on the Bulls again.
There you are. There you are. Oh,
Can you hear
we're
me all
going
right?
long today. I can. I lost him too. Which direction from Cincy? Are you in Cincy, Bridget? We're in Holmes County. So northwest or no, northeast of you? I think, because Cincy's in the southwest of Ohio, right? So yeah, I believe we're it's called Northeast Ohio, but we're like almost smack dead center. Millersburg is our closest big town. And that's, I mean, you know, big with air quotes, right? Um, uh-oh. Yeah, I like a slow pace of life too, Betty. I really do. I really do. I've never been a city person anyway. When I was younger, I used to think I wanted to live in the city, and I lived outside of a city, and I hated it. Uh, I hated it so much that I just went and found small towns all over the place. Anywhere that I lived in a very small community, just because, well, they're better places to live, in my opinion. Oh, Buckeye native, yeah, heck yeah. I'm surprised you. Well, it's been my experience that if you lived here all your life, you move away towards the end in the golden years. But if you were born and raised here and you leave in your youth, you always come back. And I don't know why that is, but that's my story anyway. My husband's as well. There certainly is a charm to living in the heartland, I tell you. Yeah, they did. The thing about the Amish, okay, um, different areas believe uh, either stricter or more relaxed religious laws, and it really depends on which Amish church you are a part um, of what they're allowed to do. We have a very prosperous Amish community here, and almost all of them own almost all of the small businesses, which have become very large businesses. Um, and they're kind of relaxed on a lot of their things. Like we talked about that with the schooling stuff earlier. Like they go to 8th grade, but the elders of that church can, with enough money and influence, because whether people like to hear it or not, even in that community, money talks. So with enough money and enough support, you can go to a trade school. You can have a generator to run your power tools. You can have work trucks. A lot of Amish around here are um, snuggled in soundly with their businesses. We have matter of fact, we have an Amish broom company not too far from us. And maybe me and Raina will go do that for you guys one day, and we'll go over there and see if they will give us a demonstration or something. Um, a lot of them are really okay with doing that if you just ask. And if you tell them you're homeschooling, usually they just are like, "Oh, okay." And we've had nothing but good stuff when we go in the middle of the week in the daytime and during school hours with Raina. They just fawn over her because she talks to them, just like we talk. She does the same. Her communication skills are outrageously phenomenal, and I love it. I love it. I couldn't be prouder. She's not shy about talking to people. She'll go in, like, she goes into the butcher store, and if somebody's putting away the meats and stuff, she'll say, "Can I help?" And she'll go in and she'll help them stock up the freezers, and she doesn't care. And we like that for her. The Amish Mafia show. I never saw that. I know they did who was the guy? Vanilla Ice did a show with the Amish, right? I think it was like 4 or 6 episodes or something, and those were actually right around here, Amish, literally in our county, Holmes County, Ohio. Uh, but so if you guys look up Vanilla Ice Amish, those are the Amish from our community. A lot of things they still do the old ways, and they still preserve the old ways, but a lot of things they do new. I mean, I took a picture one morning when I told you all I used to I used to deliver newspapers. Well, I come through town on my way home from a route one morning, and I'm sitting at a traffic light in Millersburg, and in front of me is I don't think it was a Kubota, another one of those big farm tractors. It might have been a Holland. I think it was a Holland. And the Amish guy sitting on the Holland at the red light with his cell phone to his ear talking. That's you'll see all kinds of stuff if you look around. Back when we used to actually Walmart shop, you could pull into the Walmart parking lot, and any of the white vans around this area are usually Amish haulers. We call them Yoder toters, and we don't do that disrespectfully, but that's just the way that they're called. You watch out for the Yoder toters because they'll run you off the road. We pulled up, and there was this young Amish girl, and it was so sad for me to see because I wish I'd never started smoking cigarettes. I wish I could just throw it away and walk away from it. But I know when I get stressed out, it's a trigger for me, and I want to smoke more. But this young, beautiful Amish girl sitting there with her feet up on the dashboard of this van, texting on a cell phone, smoking a pack of Marlboros, and I was just like, not them. Please don't let it get to them, because I think most of us tend to think that they're a little more pure than we are, right? A little less affected, but they're just as affected, guys. They're just as affected. A lot of people think that they don't pay taxes. Yes, they do. They have Social Security numbers. They have their babies in the hospitals now. We're losing the art of the old ways. We are losing it, and it's such a shame, and I want to rebuild that. I want to share that information out. That's why I love all you guys, because you guys are right there with us on that. A lot of the older ways are untarnished, and they can do more for you than some of this new gadget stuff. So on that note, I just want to say I love you all so very much. Thank you for bearing with me and for lifting me up today when I needed you. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate every one of you. I'm going to call it quits and probably head over to Jeff Riddle's channel after we unload stuff. But I got to go because they're going to need me. Yeah, it really is better. Simple way really is better. And I really want to get back to that because in my heart, I feel like I'm meant to maybe live that way. I really do. And I feel like there's a strong draw to it because I'm not alone, So I love you, love and light to every one of you. Big hugs, and we will see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll catch some of you in other places later this evening. All right. So have a great day. Let me see if I can pull this up. Remember, Jeff usually handles this stuff, so. Bum, bum, bum. Bear with me, bear with me. Here it is. This is the one artist and poet made for us. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much.